Greg Louganis joins us at the table to discuss his historic career and life as one of the first openly gay athletes in America. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to have you here at the table.
Great to be here.
So this is really a fascinating documentary, and it's very intimate. Why did you want to open up about your struggles? What do you want people to learn?
Well, Will Sweeney and Shelford Janik, they reached out to me, and and I was going through so much at that time, and I learned by sharing my weaknesses, I'm actually sharing my strength, and so hopefully, this will give other people strength. That even though you're an Olympic gold medalist, there's no guarantee that you're going to be financially secure. There's no guarantee that that you're going to have it's going to be a smooth road. Mm-hmm. So facing those challenges and it's not important. We're all going to fall down. Mm-hmm. We're all going to fall down. It's what's important is getting back up.
Mm-hmm. No, when you talk about Nora's right, when you were so open and so candid, it wasn't a smooth road. I was so surprised to hear that your teammates knew that you were gay, but they were so mean and unkind to you. And so many times you even had to room with the coach because nobody wanted to be with you and called you horrible things.
Yeah. I mean, there was the whole, beat the fag club, mm-hmm. and, fag buster campaign and all that. And really in retrospect, I mean, we were all really young. So I've met a lot of those guys along the road through the years, and I don't know how much of it was truly homophobia, or how much of it was jealousy, because I was winning at the time, and so, it's really hard to say.
Looking at that video when you hit your head there, Greg, that was number one. I couldn't believe that you survived when we looked at it. But you came up and then you got back on the diving board, but there was bleeding. Were you concerned about putting people in danger because you knew that you had HIV and nobody else did? Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of important information. I mean, it's important to know how you get HIV and how you don't get HIV, and you're not going to get HIV in a chlorinated pool. The ones
and you knew that.
And I knew that, and the people that were at risk were Dr. James Puffer and Dr. Ben Rubin, who sewed my head up on poolside because they were in direct contact with the blood. And so when Ron came to me and he said, "What do you want to do? You don't have to get back up there."
Ron, your coach.
My coach, Ron O'Brien, he said, "You don't have to get back up there. You have an incredible career. No matter what you decide, I'm going to support you 100%. And I said, "You know what? We worked too long and hard to get here, and I don't want to give up without a fight." And you know who is my inspiration to get through that time is Ryan White. The young boy who contracted HIV through his clotting factor. He was a hemophiliac. And I actually gave that medal to his mother, Jeannie White.
What's your life today?
My life today, it's, we did end up selling the house last year.
You and your husband.
My husband and I, we sold the house last year, and we got completely out of debt. We were able to pay for our wedding, and so it's a fresh start. We got a whole new start.
You were never on a Wheaties box, and your coach says it was because you were gay.
Yeah.
You believe that as well?
It's hard. I mean, corporate America, I don't know that they were ready, to embrace me. I mean, it was rumored. I mean, there was plenty to read between the lines. Yeah. But I was coming up through the ranks at that time with reporters, and it was just my policy not to discuss my personal life with members of the media, and they respected that.
Now, you know Bruce Jenner, but have you met Caitlyn Jenner? And what do you think about that?
I have not met Caitlyn. I walked in the opening ceremonies with Bruce Jenner in 1976, and that was his year. And
so what do you think about all of this? Were you aware of this struggle that he was having as well?
I wasn't. I really wasn't. I feel blessed because I was able to do a play, Just Say No, Larry Kramer's Just Say No, in Chicago with Alexandra Billings. And she was my introduction to the transgender world, because I'm a gay man. I know a lot about the G and the LGBT, but I had to learn a lot about the L and the B and the T. And so, Alexandra has been incredible, and she's had an incredible journey, and she's shared that with me, and I feel blessed that I've had that. And I'd love to sit down with Caitlyn.
I have a feeling that will happen, Greg.
I hope so.
Congratulations to you, really. Continued success to you and your husband, Johnny, who came with you today. Back on Board premieres next Tuesday night on HBO. It's not TV, it's HBO.